So Bitcoin and the overall crypto market continue to fall today. We are going to take a look at three reasons why this is occurring and what we could potentially see for September. So let's jump into it in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on X as well if you're watching over there. So let's take a look at what's going on in the market today. So as we can see, Bitcoin is sitting just slightly above 108K. We actually did dip down into the 107 plus region earlier. So, the whole entire market is in the red today, down about 3.5%. We have a couple of outliers that are still in the green, just very, very minimal. It's always bad when you see stable coins up here in the top gainers. So definitely not looking good today. So let's take a look at what's going on in the crypto market. And I'm just going to blow this up a little bit here. So crypto market crash. Why are we falling today? First thing is first, surging liquidations. What we're seeing right now is this is one of the main reasons why Bitcoin and altcoins are falling. Liquidations have surged 102% in the last 24 hours to about 529 million, which is probably even higher now since the writing of this article. Liquidations have, or this article, yeah. Liquid, I thought I said that wrong. Sorry about that. Liquidations happen when crypto exchanges like Binance and OKX or other exchanges are forced to close loss-making leverage trades to protect their capital. So one thing that we do when we're trading is you can kind of look at it this way: is when you're trading, you put in a stop loss. So if the price dips down below a certain point, it stops out your trades, and you actually lose money, but it protects you from losing more money. And that happens a lot in crypto, and that's kind of essentially what's happening here. They're basically protecting their capital. Manual profit taking among traders often lead to more selling pressure as well, and this drags the prices down. We know, crypto has been up. There's still a number of people that are in the positive, and some of them are okay right now with taking their profits, even though the price is going down, just to protect, like I said again, to protect their capital. Now, inflation remains elevated. We did get some macro data today released from the U.S., and it remained high in July. We got today we got the PCE, personal consumption expenditure data, which is basically people's spending habits, personal spending, translated to an annual increase of 2.9 and 2.6 respectively. And these numbers are higher than the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. So we always hear that 2% number coming from Jerome Powell when he tells us about their interest rate decisions, and that's a target that they're wanting to hit at. But right now, we could still potentially see a rate cut because the Fed might likely go on with a hawkish interest rate cut in September because they're focused more on the labor market, which is also, struggling. So that might be, they did get labor market information. However, it turned out that a lot of it was wrong, and the labor market's actually worse off than they anticipated. So they might actually go ahead with this rate cut just in order to boost jobs, because that is what they are focused on mainly. So Bitcoin, risky pattern has been developing on the chart as well. I'm actually going to change my view for this so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay, so you can see these two trend lines here. So this is the bottom, basically the price, and this is the top of the prices. This is basically what it is, right? It just tracks the price. So this is a lingering risk that Bitcoin could be on the verge of moving into a bear market. So these fears are based on the formation of this falling wedge and a bearish reversal pattern on the weekly chart. Now, these trend lines have been forming for months and are now nearing their confluence, which means they're basically coming together in towards the end of their point, and then it's going to basically could potentially go down from there. Now, the MACD and the RSI have continued falling even as Bitcoin's rallied in the past few months. Therefore, Bitcoin is at risk for falling further. But in my opinion, I mean, I know this looks bad. It sounds bad. People hear bear market and they think, oh crap, in the next 2 or 3 years is going to be absolutely shit. But I'm always looking at what's ahead and what had happened previously. And when we look at that, we're taking a look at this chart here. Now, this is CoinGlass. CoinGlass shows us all of the data for Bitcoin, and in terms it breaks it down into months. And going into September, this is September over here. I don't know what you guys notice, but I notice a lot of red here. September has been notoriously not so great for Bitcoin. And we could be just basically gearing up for a really, a crappy month leading into hopefully what turns into a better October. As you can see, October here ends up being relatively positive for Bitcoin. October, November, and December are usually a bit better of months in terms of price action. So, are we gearing up for December? Or are we gearing up for an even worse bear market? Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? I honestly think that it's just the September blues coming into play. Wake me up when September ends, so to speak. We hear that all the time in crypto, pretty much every September. So hopefully that's what we're seeing, and it's not the latter, because I definitely I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want to go through another bear market just yet. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. That is why Bitcoin and altcoins are falling today. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.